JT Fridays is live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're spending right here, cause you feel real swag.
Welcome to JT Fridays live at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. I love that song. I'm your host, Timothy Allen McDonald. Today's show features a sing-along with Mr. Sparkles himself, little Danny Mertzlufft. He's going to kill me for saying that. Plus, iTheatrics Education Director, Mr. Marty Johnson, and Chloe Kenyon from the cast of our next Zoomsical, in quotes, don't sue me, Zoom, the musical adventures of Flat Stanley, and from Groundhog Day and Head Over Heels, Broadway star, Miss Taylor Iman Jones. But before we unleash our musical mayhem and madness, it's pledge time. So raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. We're just going to do it again. I do hereby promise to defeat this pandemic through physical distancing, by keeping a positive attitude, and by helping others in need, because I am an artist. And I will use my artistic superpowers to make this world a better place. So help me, Sondheim, Sondheim, Sondheim. All right, we got some big news. The Big 1-0 online edition made its international debut in New Zealand with an all-star cast. Shout out to our pals at Travel Gang and Emma Bishop for making this all happen. You could check out their performance by going to Travel Gang's Facebook page. It's live up there right now. In fact, Stephen and I are going to be watching that as our dinner plans tonight. Aren't you thrilled to know that? Last weekend, we held our first How to Zoomsical professional development session for just about 100 people. We're holding our last PD session on Zoomsicaling for the foreseeable future, May 26 and 27, because we're starting all of our summer programming online on June 1st. We've already got over 100 people signed up, and we have room for more. So if you want to see all the insider stuff, how to set up the privacy, how to record, how to make video, all of that, join us. All you need to do is reach out to Lindsay at iTheatrics.com. That's LINDSAY at iTheatrics.com. Drop her an email, she'll send you all the details. So I just mentioned our summer programming is going online starting June 1st. We're super excited. We're doing a bunch of Zoomsicals, brand new ones, so you'll get a chance to be in things that are just being developed for that online platform. And we're doing choreography intensives with Stephen Kennedy and Shay Rogers. So if you've ever wanted to be a part of the iTheatrics fun, this is your opportunity. Our June programming is almost sold out, so we do have some more opportunity in July. So come on, don't you want to be in a musical directed by Marty Johnson? I know I would enjoy that. All you have to do is send an email to Gianna at iTheatrics.com. It's right below me. Voila. Oh, venturesome VChat, show thyself and tell us who's up first.
Please welcome Daniel J. Mertzlufft with a sing-along.
Take it away, Dan.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Happy almost Memorial Day. When we were talking about what we were going to do today, we decided Memorial Day themes, which ended up being a little more difficult than we thought, but I hope you guys have fun. Here we go. Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. You can never back down, you never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, when America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Whoa, the ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rap, America forgot him. We fought with him, me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. So I picked this one just because it had the word trooper in it, and then I found out that a super trooper was actually a light, but we're gonna do it anyways. I'm sick and tired of everything. When he called you last night from Glasgow, all I do is eat and sleep and sing, wishing every show was the last show. So imagine I was glad to hear you coming. Suddenly I feel alright, and it's gonna be so different when I'm on the stage tonight. Tonight the super trooper beams are gonna blind me, but I won't feel blue like I always do, 'cause somewhere in the crowd there's you. Alright, for this one, you can either pick one role, or you can do all of them, like I'm about to do. My place is here, I fight with you. One day more, I did not live until today. One more day all on my own. How can I live when we are parted? I will know the one day more. Watch them run amok, catch them as they fall. Never know your luck when there's a free-for-all. We'll be ready for the tomorrow will be far away. Tomorrow is the judgment day. Tomorrow we'll discover what our God in heaven has in store. One more dawn, one more day, one day more. Yeah, you got it! Thanks, guys, that was so much fun!
Dan, that was great. I have one question for you.
Always.
So, tell everyone, what is a super trooper, Dan?
It is a type of spotlight, which totally makes sense, because then they're saying, like, when the super trooper light is gonna blind me, and the idea is, like, normally they're sick of that, but tonight, the person that they love is gonna be there, so they don't mind the blinding light. Who knew?
I knew.
You did know, but I did not, and now all of you know.
Now, all of you know. Yeah, a little trivia. Thank you so much, Dan. Those are always so
Thanks,
much
Tim.
fun.
Thanks, guys.
Apparently, my pineapple shirt is a hit. I love this shirt. I purchased it for our pink party last year. So thanks for all the comments. And also, who doesn't love pineapple? I don't know. Maybe some people. Next up, please welcome iTheatrics Director of Education, Mr. Marty Johnson, and from the cast of our newest Zoomsical, Miss Chloe Kenyon. Take it away.
Hey, Tim, thanks. And Chloe, hi, Chloe.
Hi, Marty.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. Thanks so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
I've been here before, so people know about me. I'm stuck in New York. Where are you right now?
I am in South Lyon, Michigan.
And where is that in the state? All right, cool. And you're out of school, clearly?
Yes, I'm out of school, but we're still doing online school, and that finishes up next week.
All right, good. So how have you been doing in this isolation time?
I'm doing good. Being in this Zoomsical has definitely helped lift my spirits.
Oh, good.
And gives me something to do and keep me busy. So
Cool. I love that. So you've actually worked with iTheatrics for a while now. You've come to New York in the summer. You've done other things, and you also went to JTF Europe.
yes.
JTF Friday or JT Friday, so it's kind of a play. So tell us a little bit about what happened in JTF Europe and your experience with that.
Okay, JTF Europe was the trip of a lifetime. Not like just going to Europe itself was absolutely amazing, but I was able to reconnect with old friends from summer camps in the past and also make amazing friends now. And I get to perform with them again in this Zoomsical, which is anything that I could ever ask for. Getting to perform on that stage during the Outstanding Performance Award was unlike anything else. It was thrilling. Yeah.
That's amazing. I like how you just casually drop that in. For those of you who don't know, Chloe and all of her friends who were there did win Outstanding Production at the festival and were featured. So congratulations on that. So Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley Online Edition. Can you give us the 30-second recap of it?
Yes. Okay. So first we start out with Flat Stanley and his little perfect family, and we figure out that Flat Stanley has all these wishes to go on adventures and travel the world. So he makes a wish, and one day he wakes up flat, and he decides that he's going to use it to his advantage and travel the world.
Cool. And then hilarity ensues.
Yes.
And who do you play in the show?
I play Mrs. Lanchop, Stanley's mother.
And tell us a little bit about her, if you could.
Mrs. Lanchop, she loves Stanley so much. And she loves her little son Arthur and Mr. Lanchop as well. She's just such a caring mother, and she misses her son a lot when he goes away.
Cool. And I think we have a little song that Stanley's mom actually sings in the show.
Yes.
Would you just sing that for us?
Of course.
Is there anything we need to know before to set it up, or is it pretty self-explanatory?
I think we're good.
All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chloe Kenyon with Mom and Dad's Letter from the Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley Online Edition.
Dear Stanley, it's Mom and Dad. Tell us how you are. We miss you so much, son. You've traveled so far. Is it cold there? Are you happy? Do you miss your home sweet home? Have you sailed across the deep blue sea? Are you eating your broccoli? We miss you. We miss you. Love, Mom and Dad.
Yay! I'm so used to clapping like this on Zoom, but I can actually clap. Yeah. That was gorgeous. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Marty.
Like I said, I know you've done stuff with us, but you also must have a home theater group that we want to give a big shout out to.
Yes. Shout out to Center Stage Productions in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and shout out to all those Frozen Junior kids who are watching right now. Love you all so much.
Great. Thank you. And you can see Chloe and the rest of the Flat Stanley cast 1 week from today, right here at 4 o'clock for the world premiere. JT Friday, May 29th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think that's it. Thanks so much again, Chloe. And Tim, will take it back to you.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to say this. Remember the name Chloe Kenyon, because that is a world-class voice. Oh, my goodness. Whew, good for her. I became obsessed with our next guest when Stephen and I saw her in Head Over Heels on Broadway. She's also been in Groundhog Day, and she is certainly a JTF fan favorite. Please welcome Miss Taylor Iman Jones.
See the people walking down the street, falling lines, watching other feet. They don't know where they want to go, but they're walking in time. They got the beat.
Hi.
Hi. I have to mention this because I didn't know VChat was going to play that clip, which I love. But, you know, I'm a super Go-Go's fan, so, you know, I was going to be in the front row no matter what. I was going to say the night that Stephen and I saw the show, Stephen Flaherty was there also. And I don't mean this in any disrespect, but there was a little rumor of like, what, you know, like a little like whatever. And you guys didn't get the love you deserved. But I saw Stephen at intermission and he was like, this is so good. And I was like, I know, isn't it? And then we we're like in a circle being like, oh my God, I love this part, and this is so smart, and the way they did the music. So hopefully it will come back one day because it deserves a longer run.
Well, I agree with you. It definitely did not get the life it deserved on Broadway, but kind of the beauty in its short life is that it's been done across the country already by dozens and dozens of theaters. And so to me, I'm so happy that everyone is now getting the chance to put their own hands on it and life on it. And that's even more exciting, I think.
It is. So where are you sequestering?
I am in LA right now. I'm currently in the cast of Hamilton. I'm Peggy Mariah, and so yeah, we're here holding it down until things turn around, and we're excited to open whenever that is.
Yeah. So how far along in the rehearsal process did you get in LA?
We made it all the way up until our final day of tech. We are going to start previews. It was March 12th. Was our first preview, and that was also the day that everything got shut down. Yeah, funny enough, I'm actually the only person in this cast who's never done Hamilton before. It's a makeup of previous cast members, and so I'm still the only person who has never technically performed Hamilton before. But
I'm this close.
I have a costume. I have the pictures. I know the show.
Well, Lynn lives just the building up over there. So if I yelled out the window really loudly, I'm sure he would hear.
Yes, I guarantee.
Your first JTF was Atlanta 2019. And then you were like, this is so much fun. Could I come to West? And then was like, yes, of course. Do you remember anything about that experience?
It was like JTF is something that I wish I knew about when I was a kid, because it is literally my theater dreams come true and times 10. Like the one in Atlanta, or both. There's just so many people with such a high concentration of love for musical theater. Just makes my heart grow 10 times just being in that space. And then actually getting to work with a lot of the kids. I saw more amazing and beautiful moments in the 15-minute sections they get without costumes, without sets, without props than I've seen in most professional theater. I think adults should be challenged to work as creatively as these kids do. And I never laugh and cry as hard as I do when I'm at JTF.
Same.
Yeah.
And thanks for like supporting our JTF family. And it was fun to have you, especially in California, because you and I are NorCal natives.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Bay Area Children's Theater and Nina and all the gang and all of our friends in Northern California, and hope you're staying safe and healthy and sequestered.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I literally was so excited. You were like not long ago announced to star alongside Broadway royalty Beth Weevil in The Devil Wears Prada, the musical.
Yeah.
What was that casting process like?
It was fast and weird. I definitely went through, I think, around 4 rounds of calls and callbacks. Initially, it was just, here's a song on the side, you go in, you get a callback, you get another callback. And I think by the second one, you're kind of like, oh, this is getting real. Like the first callback, you're like, oh, this is cool. Like, that's nice that they did this for me. But then it starts becoming more real as you're like, oh, I kind of have a shot or a chance, which means chance. And then the final round was the kind of one you always hear about, where it's down to the final and they're literally just like, okay, you come in, come out. Okay, now you come in and come out. And now you switch. Now you 3 come in. And it's just a weird game. You have no idea what they're thinking. But I will say, even when it got that intense, everyone, like all of the actors, were so kind to each other and supportive of each other. You could tell no one was maliciously trying to get the job. We all knew somebody was gonna get it, and we all hoped, as much as we did for ourselves, we hoped it would be someone that, was nice like that. So it was fun. And the creative team was so supportive. I could see them just excited in their seats, even when we were performing and stuff. So that was really cool.
I think people have a misconception that it's like super cutthroat and like, well, Smash didn't help that.
Yeah.
Broadway isn't like Smash. That was a dramatization of drama, right?
Yeah.
but like having, sat through auditions and participated in them from the other side, I always wonder, like, when everyone who's up for the role is like sitting on the bench outside the door, like, it's always a good sign when everyone's like laughing and being nice to each other,
Yes. I think there's, everyone handles auditions differently. And I will say, like, no one wants to be mean. Like, it's no fun to be mean to people. And so it's much easier to be nice. But I will say, just because someone's not talking doesn't mean they're being mean or being, trying to not be with you. Some people need to stay in their headspace for auditions. And I've seen friends who are like, hi, don't talk to me, like, because they have to focus or whatever. So I would just say, yeah, moving to New York, I never met an audition room either behind the table or as an actor that felt scary in a mean way. It always felt supportive. And, everyone is there because they want you technically to get the job.
Yeah, I mean, from the writer's point of view, we're hoping you're going to walk in the room and you're exactly what the role calls for. I mean, we just want to see your best and like you. So how did you find out that you got the role, that you booked it?
I got a phone call. It was it was a very strange kind of drawn out process because especially with a show like that, there are a lot of heads in it. So, we have Elton John's team. So they're they're in the UK. So they're in a whole nother time zone and everyone is spread across the country. So there was kind of like, I almost want to say like 2 or 3 weeks where I was just kind of waiting in the in-between because they kept having to check back in with somebody, go to this person, make sure they say okay, make sure they say okay, make sure they say okay. So it was a while before I got like a definite yes. And it also didn't feel real until I saw the press release. That was the first time because it's like something that you get and you want to like tell everyone, but doesn't really feel real. So when that came out, I was like, see, at least I know I had it this time and I wasn't lying. It's real this much. So that was very cool.
I mean, it just totally hit me that you're going to originate that role.
Yeah.
You're going to originate that role. I mean, I'm sorry.
No, it is that. It is that. And the team just couldn't be better. Like everything about it, it feels very exciting. And I mentioned this earlier, but when I first got it, it got pushed back a year and that was last year. And so I was like, well, that's a long time. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get work? And now it's been this random gift because when we're ready to do Prada and when the world is ready to come back, we're all going to be racing to the theater. And I think it's going to be a show that everyone will love and be very excited to have available to them.
Yeah, we're going to want to be uplifted and we're going to want to hear stories of triumph. And we're also going to want to laugh. And that's all going to be in there. So I'm just counting the days. So yay. All right. Visionary V Chat, I believe we have some questions for Taylor. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
We do. Okay. I'm going to take you away, Tim, first. All right. First up, I'm going to pull up Chloe Kenyon, who's in our Flat Stanley cast. She's from Center Stage Productions.
Hi. Okay, so my question for you is, as an actress who's constantly performing and auditioning for new things, what do you do to keep motivated and how do you keep your mind so positive?
Well, I love what I do. I think we all do this because it's fun. So every single time you audition, and this is how I keep it fun, is I'm performing. Yes, it may be different from a big stage, but it gives me, whether it's 30 seconds or 5 minutes to do something that I love so much. So that's what I think about is when I go into a room, especially for new material, when you have no idea what they're looking for, you just bring what you love about yourself and what you love about that material into the room. And no matter what happens, if when you leave the room, you are proud and happy with what you did, then that's what matters to me. Like, I don't care whether I get the job or not. I care whether I had fun and felt like I did a good job in the room.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great question, Chloe. All right. So our next question comes from Facebook, Taylor. It'll be shown down here. Noelle Arms from Poison Apple Productions. We at Poison Apple Productions have so many kids with Broadway dreams, but they feel so far away. What's it like being a Bay Area native on Broadway? Meet anyone familiar across the country?
You know what? I do. And what I would say to those kids is like, look at me. You know, I'm very much born and raised in Fairfield, California, kind of a tiny little town with not a lot of theater in it. There's like one theater space. But as long as you love it and you keep going and trying your hardest, then there are so many opportunities available to you, no matter where you're from. And I will say probably like half of my closest friends in New York are from the Bay, are adults my age or younger or older who have moved. Look at Tim. He's from the NorCal and now living his own Broadway dreams. Like it's totally possible. It feels very far away, but I will say it doesn't when you're there, if that makes any sense.
Great. All right. So our last question comes from Grace Lord, who's a junior BFA musical theater student at Pace University. Hi there, Grace.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
I had a question for you. My school was actually about to do Head Over Heels before this whole shutdown happened. So our production got canceled, but it's so awesome to meet you here. I was wondering if there's ever a moment in your life that sticks out that was the moment you discovered your passion and that you were going to pursue this as a career.
I would say my first musical ever. Yeah, I was doing like piano lessons and like in the dance team at school, and it wasn't until one of my friends invited me to join the local youth theater. Bugsy Malone was the next musical, and I got to be in that. And that was the first time I realized I loved it. I really haven't stopped performing since. It probably wasn't until high school that I realized people do it for a living. Like I had seen tours, I knew about Broadway, but I was like, oh, that's something that I could actually pursue. And then it wasn't until college, or I didn't really go to college, but I went to community college for a little bit, and then I did a lot of regional theater on the side. And my parents always said I either had to work or go to school while I did the theater stuff. And I knew they wouldn't continue to let me pursue it if I wasn't good at it. Because those are my parents. I'd be like, you should get a job. But I don't know. The real answer to that question is when I was 10. And I just haven't, that's when I fell in love with it. And I've been in love with it. I'm still falling more in love with it. I still feel like I'm trying to make it, I was also in a show that felt like a huge deal, and then has now been postponed because of this thing. So, this time has also showed me that I can love my art in many ways off the stage as well. I don't know. That was a very long, round answer to your question. I hope that made sense. Yeah, I would say I just love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We always love the love for Bugsy Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Grace. And
Thank
wonderful answers. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you, Vichet. Great answers, Taylor. Thank you for doing that. I have to make one claim, though. Jill Lord, if you're listening, and Grace Lord, I know you can hear me, and Marty Johnson, I claim dibs on directing Head Over Heels, the 24-hour musical project. Done. It's mine. Don't even fight me. I cannot wait. Okay, sorry for that little diversion, but you got to make your claims when you can. So Little Broadway Birdie told me that you are going to perform a number by our JTF pals.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to sing Never Enough for you guys with this little guitar here. I actually, one of the reasons I chose it is because I saw Cynthia Erivo sing it at the first JTF that I was at. And it was so stunning. Oh my God, it was so ridiculous. So this might not be as epic, but this is my homage to that.
All right, take it away.
I'm trying to hold my breath
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Gold are still too little. His hands could hold. Sorry, my mic got weird. I'm getting delays in my headphones. All right, here we go. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. Hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, never enough, never enough for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never, never for me, for me. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, never enough, never enough. Never enough, never, never enough, never, never enough for me, for me, for me. That didn't go at all as planned, but it's so fine.
You ripping those headphones off is like gonna make my entire weekend. You're like, no. And then just giving it. Hey, that's live theater. That's what we do.
Yeah, man. You know, that's also what I would say about, like, consider that an audition, right? Like, if something went wrong, you just kind of rip the Band-Aid and continue on. Because, you know, people behind the table, professionals, your friends, whatever, they'll know. They'll know what's up. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you booked it. You booked it.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. I am truly living for the day when I and Stephen and I and all of your JTF fans can like be in a theater, giving you a standing ovation, screaming so loud that spit's flying all over and it's all safe.
Yes, I agree. And I can't wait to join the JTF family again and come play with you guys. And yeah.
Well, as you know, you have an open invitation.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Taylor.
Bye.
Bye. Well, my mom just joined us, so if you all could give just a little shout out to Marge, who's sequestering in lovely Anderson, California, I'd appreciate that. Hello, Mom. Yes, she does have a very good voice, and she's as kind and as sweet and as smart as she is talented. Don't you can just see it. All right, well, that's our show. So kids, if you'd like to join iTheatrics for an upcoming dance intensive or a Zoomsical, send us an email at gianna@itheatrics.com. And teachers, if you want to jump in on that last Zoomsical how-to PD, drop us an email at lindsay@itheatrics.com. Now this video is going to be live on Facebook and YouTube for the ages going forward. It'd be so interesting to go back and look at these times. Not sure that I'll want to, maybe. Anyway, go out there and make the world a better place, one musical at a time. Love you all.
That's a wrap, everyone. Great job, everybody.